It's fine, whatever. So they are the Jack, like the whole thing, like, you know, in Outlander where like the Battle of Culloden is the thing that like they're trying to save Jamie Fraser from or whatever. That's part of the Jacobite restoration. That's what you go back in time and you put a Jacobite back on the throne and cause all sorts of problems. Because then England will be too busy having civil wars to keep conquering the world.
I think the safest bet is you take Reagan out and see what happens.
That would be, that's also good.
Yeah.
That's also good. But if you want to like head
You
off
have to
19th century
succeed, though.
imperialism, you put a Jacobite on the throne.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to succeed if you try to kill Reagan.
100%.
Because
yeah.
not
because
succeeding
one
at killing
person missed,
Reagan is what
and look
got
what
him the
happened.
presidency in the first place.
Yeah.
It's true.
What happens if you stop Kennedy from being assassinated?
Lots of bad stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Lots of
Yeah.
bad stuff. I promise.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just, Oh, hi. There's people who might be watching.
Y'all
That's
underestimating the
fine.
Patriots.
It's just Alex and Harp. It's fine. They're cool. You guys are cool, right?
Alex and Harp are cool.
Yeah.
Harp knows what my username on Riot Client is, so she knows how I feel about JFK.
I have thoughts. None of them nice.
Thank you for specifying, not a Fed voice. Perfect. Hello, hi. We're back with God Complex. It is in Minecraft, correct?
Mhm.
Go back in time, take out Ronald Reagan in Minecraft. Just to be safe. Hi. This is God Complex on Entropy Emporium, and here to talk about Entropy Emporium is JT.
Hello, I'm JT. This is Entropy Emporium. It's technically my Emporium, only in the ways that count. But we are currently looking for the links. But we're raising money for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. That is the most important thing we have going on. It is a continuous event, but there may be some other special sort of, I guess, like a crossover sort of with a certain other charity going on soon. But that'll be announced when that's ready. There's the link for the Tiltify. If you can donate, please do. None of us are free until we're all free, as the saying goes. But it sounds like something is happening. I'm not really caught up on the whole potential ceasefire deal. But it did seem hopeful. Question mark?
It's objectively good news. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I understand why the hesitation about it. In other words, in other news, I keep donating until it is certainly a done deal and a good thing happens about it. In the meantime, if you would like to nerd out with us, we have a lot of very feral people. We even now have a channel dedicated to being feral over your Blorbos, called the Blorbo Report. In our Discord, if you would like to come hang out with us, if you are not already there, going absolutely nuts about some of the things that are happening. We recently announced something very cool and interesting happening, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I think, technically. Not technically. Next Saturday? Yes, next Saturday. I will talk about that at the end of this. So I yield my time.
Thanks, JT. And here with character introductions is the cast of God Complex. This is God Complex. This is a Girl by Moonlight game that we've been playing for a while, about making the corpses of dead gods into mech suits and fighting space kaiju, and more feelings, if we're being honest.
There were a lot of feelings last time.
The feelings that you feel when you're not piloting the corpse of a dead god really is where this game lives and breathes. With that, we'll go into our character introductions. And everybody's here, which is very exciting.
Rare.
Yeah.
I know. Especially lesbian.
It's my fault. I'm the reason.
It's not.
I do that too.
It's been all over the map. It's truly been all over the map. Don't sweat it at all. But Cass, if you want to kick us off.
Yeah, I we said, this is the game of, piloting the husks of dead gods, but what if the dead god is piloting you? Hi, I'm playing. Today I am Ahti. Troyan's taking a nap. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm Cass. She, they. Troyan. Also she, they. Ahti? Who knows what Ahti's doing?
That does. I was like, that's very interesting that Cass put just Ahti when they signed into the video intro call.
I mean, with how the last game went.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who's talking.
That's fair.
Getting a cattle prod to the tummy a few times makes things a little iffy.
Next up is Izzy, and I did mean to say that please clap. I fixed everybody's ats.
Yay.
Wait, did you fix it to my new one?
Yes.
Haha.
Yes, and I took the underscore out of JT's and I switched Jen's as well.
There was an underscore in mine?
There was, because I think that's what it was on Twitter.
Is there an underscore in mine? Because I just realized today there's not one on Blue Sky, but I don't use my Blue Sky, so it's okay.
I looked for you on Blue Sky.
Oh,
I could
yeah,
not
I
find you.
You're on there?
I'm
When I
not
made the
findable
promo
because
post, I couldn't
because I
find
have a
you.
missing underscore.
Okay, well, if you want me to switch that, I can do it.
What dice do we need again? Because I completely forgot how to play while we were going.
D6s.
Sixes.
Well, let's loop back around. Izzy, if you don't mind doing your intro.
Yes, hello, I'm Izzy, pronoun she, they. I'll be playing Tolu, pronoun she, her, the unlikely hero. She's real bad. Well, she didn't. I was going to say she hit things that one time, but really she didn't hit things that one time. We just, changed a timeline and made it look like she did. So I'll take that credit. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say. Excited to be back after like a month and a half.
Hell yeah. So say we all. JT?
Hi, I'm JT. I spoke at the top of the stream. I am playing Cogs, who is normal. Their call sign is Carmente. And I guess their god is Antivorta. I don't know they're fine. They're fine. Everything's fine. They're so fine.
Noticing a theme here.
They don't have a kid. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Logan?
Chief knows what's going on because he's the adult of the group. Unfortunately. Hi everyone, my name is Logan. I did change my handle to Hollow Orange, so you can't find Logan the GM anymore. He doesn't exist. He is no longer me. He is now Hollow Orange, or just Logan. You can just go with Logan. I am playing Chief. Full name Roswell Chief Garm. But anyway, he's the Guardian. That is the name of the playbook, not just his job. And in comparison to everyone else, he's mostly just tired, and not really sure what the hell's going on with the weird guy with the glowy eye. Fuck that guy. I don't know what he's doing.
Fuck that guy.
Honestly, a fair sentiment.
I just don't know who he is, and why the hell is Hiram letting him walk around the ship?
Great questions. All of these great questions.
There was only one question. The rest of it was anger.
There were sub questions. It was like, who is he? Why is Hiram letting him walk around the ship?
And those are question words.
Why is he torturing me in the basement?
Wow. Nobody else knows about that. It's fine. It's fine. Truly, Logan, in your Taylor Swift era, Logan the GM can't come to the phone right now. Oh, why? Because he's dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen, aka Youngles, aka my ring light might go out at any second because the wire is really loose and I don't know how to fix it. I play Grace, who is also just as chaotic, and we both use she, they pronouns, and my god is a carrot. Thank you.
And hi, my name is Will. I'm your storyteller. I play everyone else and facilitate this game to the best of my abilities. Since we were down a couple people last time, we are going to pick up with Tolu and Grace and quickly just sort of run through your obligations. Just for fun. Just to see what comes of it. We did everybody else's last time. things have been a little chaotic for the two of you, as we've established during our intros, and then we'll do your downtimes. So let's start with Tolu. Izzy, what's your lowest attribute at the moment? Your first row of sun, moon, stars. Which one has the fewest dots?
Stars.
Okay. 2 under social pressure or sets off your anxiety. Perfect. Why don't you do me a favor and roll your rating in that? Do you have any dots?
I have no dots.
Cool. So 2d6 and take the
And
lower,
take the lower
of the
one?
two
Yeah.
results.
I remember this. I remember this game.
Mhm.
6 and a 3.
Okay. We're gonna go with that 3,
I'll take
which
it.
means that you are gonna mark 3 stress
Bummer.
on your track.
Oops, that's XP. I was gonna cheat, you guys. Where
Would
is
be
the
nice.
stress? Is there a stress?
Yes, it is on the
Oh, I found
left.
it.
Yeah.
Have we refreshed from last time?
You should.
Yes, I believe you have. Yeah, you should
Okay.
have.
Okay, 3 stress.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, you have 3 stress. Great. So for Tolu, Tolu, I think your obligation since the incident that took place on KO-66, the supply colony ship, where your compatriot ate a person,
Mm-hmm.
ate a man's heart
Sure.
in full view of everybody. I think that you have been getting near constant attempts to contact you. You've been receiving message after message, communication after communication from one Hoffman Bloom, an old colleague of yours from your civilian reporter days. It's kind of a personality, a news personality, but he tends to be inflammatory. You may recall you sat for an interview with him
I do
at
recall.
one point. Yes, and he was annoying
He
and
was
mean.
real mean.
Yep.
So mean.
And he's been trying to contact you about what took place on KO-66. He wants to get your thoughts, and I think those messages have been getting increasingly more threatening. But sort of under the table, wherein the last time he tried to contact you, he sent you a text communication that basically says, "I really hope you can find the time to talk to me about this. Would hate to go live with the information that I have and risk being wrong."
I think she's been ignoring him, just like hanging up or deleting all the text communications that come through. But this makes her a little nervous. Excuse me. Not that she particularly cares, because she didn't eat a heart, but she recognizes the value of teamship. And I think we'll say, yeah, fine. All right, Bloom, what information do you have?
And you basically send that back, and I think immediately his smiling face pops up on the display of whatever device that you are operating on.
Yeah.
He's calling you. Basically, he wants to have a face-to-face.
Yeah, I'll answer.
Okay, cool.
What do you want?
And he is clearly in a makeup chair. He is clearly getting done up as if he's about to go live. His hair is kind of pinned up, and he's got half makeup, half stage makeup on, and lipstick, eyeliner, half on. You can see hands kind of occasionally reaching in to do something, and sometimes he swats them away, sometimes he lets them. It depends on how annoyed he's gonna get. And he says, "Tolu, My dear friend.
Fuck off. What do you want?
It's been so all right. You no time for pleasantries. I can appreciate that. Obviously, I'm a little pressed for time myself.
Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere, but the people need the facts, and the facts are a man died. Very publicly.
Yeah, well, not to be crass, but men die every day. Why is this one special?
Why? Because of the conversations. Because of what people are saying. Don't forget, there were plenty of witnesses. Plenty of people who think they know what they saw. As a journalist, I have no choice but to report what's being said.
Uh-huh. So what are they saying? Because clearly you don't trust them.
I mean, I would love to have official confirmation.
Ooh, I don't think I can give you that. Way above my pay grade. So sorry.
I mean, we're already talking.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've gotten
So-
some great quotes. They said, fuck off.
I'm happy to keep this off the record. But
Bullshit.
I'm a man of ethics, Tolu. My journalistic integrity is the most important thing that I own. That being said, in the absence of fact, you can only report hearsay. I'm asking you to provide some fact.
And if I don't, what happens? You go down with your hearsay ship?
I report
That's
what I've
shitty
been
reporting.
told. Well, these are complicated times, and people need answers. Now,
And
I've
you don't
tried to
think
reach
you're-
out.
Qualified to give those answers because you've only got what people are saying, what you think people are saying, what you've coerced people into saying.
Well, if not me, who? You're a bit busy playing Space Hero.
Thank you.
Now, I've reached out through the proper channels, and I've received nothing back. I've been shut down each time.
Well, I don't know what makes you think I'm going to share if the proper channels won't.
I'm prepared to keep your name out of it.
Here's the thing. You still haven't offered me a why. Why would I do this? You know I don't like you. Do you know? Oh my God. Do you not know that I don't like you? Because that is my fault.
That hurts, Tolu. I thought we were friends.
Did you?
Most certainly did. More than just
You-
colleagues, certainly.
Probably more than colleagues, you're right, but not in a good way.
Well, my feelings aside, I think it would be in your best interests to comply, simply for the sake of preventing panic, bad press. I don't think you're as short-sighted as your higher-ups. I'm prepared to keep you anonymous. I'm prepared to credit you anonymously. On the record. If you tell me
Yeah.
what happened.
I haven't done anything on the record in a long, long time. I don't think you're going to get what you want here.
Well, that's up to you, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm telling you. Are you not following? I'm telling you no.
Oh, I'm following. I'm just giving you every opportunity to change your mind before.
You lie.
Lie is a very, very strong word.
Well, you would know.
Before I report the testimonials that I've received, the interviews with the people who were there, stories of a soldier turning into a monster and an engine operator eating his heart, That wouldn't be good for morale. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's a human element that might prevent a fleet-wide panic.
Look, all I can tell you off the record is that we're trying to keep people safe. And we can't do that if everyone freaks out. Above the table, I'm getting very cop vibes from this conversation, and it makes me so uncomfortable. I hate that for me.
That is fair. We can absolutely move on from this. And it is superb. Not important. He will hear what you are saying, and he will just sort of nod and say, all right, I hear what you're saying.
Good. Now you can leave me alone.
As you say.
Have a day that you deserve.
He gives you a very wide smile of pearly white teeth. That's it. 3 stress from that. And are you okay? Do you need...
No, I'm good. All good.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to check.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Perfect. All right. Obligation phase complete. Let's move on to Grace. Grace, how are your attributes looking? Sun, moon, stars.
I have like 1 in every single one.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. So I'll leave it up to you. So for Sun, your obligation involves scary people or circumstances or is physically taxing. For Moon, it breaks your heart and drives you to despair. For Stars, it puts you under social pressure or sets off your anxiety, and you can pick any of those.
Ooh, all of those sound great right now.
Truly.
I would say probably Moon.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. So go ahead and roll 1d6, I think.
Okay. I got 2.
Okay, cool. So you're going to take 4 stress from this. So you can reset your track and mark that down.
Okay.
And yeah, I think in your case, in your case, Grace, I think that this has been, you're not being contacted by anybody, but I think you have been essentially grounded. You've been told in no uncertain terms that you are to remain in your quarters, that you are not to leave, and that you are excused from sim training and things like that, but it sounds like you are being treated well on the surface. You recognize it for what it is, and you also, I think, and you're told like your meals will be delivered and things like that.
Is it because I put the thing in that guy's thing?
Usually is.
I'm being grounded.
If you're asking, I don't think you receive an answer.
It's either that or the doc just doesn't want me going anywhere.
It's possible.
What a jerk.
What a jerk. It's true. And I think it's probably been like a day of that when I think it's been like a day of that when you have when you are alerted chiming at your door, somebody kind of like ringing your doorbell, essentially,
Mm.
on the Delphi.
Grace is probably annoyed because she's supposed to be under house arrest. Why are people ringing their doorbell?
Mhm.
And probably assumes it's the doctor. So opens it with a very heavy sigh and a very angry glare.
And you recognize the person sitting on the other side. It is not Dr. Haynes. It is Alairs, the man that you have interacted with a couple of times. The very sort of like young looking, handsome but plain featured man, military cut, medium brown hair, like average height, full uniform. Standing on the other side, he has his hands behind his back, and he just sort of like looks at you. He looks a little surprised with the force with which you opened your door.
Oh, hi. You are not the person that I was expecting to be knocking on my door, because no one's supposed to be here, which means you're probably coming to fetch me for something.
He actually looks down, and you see that there's like a tray of food from the commissary. Like probably it's a lot of tots, but
Extra tots. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Food is good.
how are you holding up?
I'm going a little stir crazy, but it's fine because normally when they ground me, they put me in a coma. So
this is definitely an improvement.
I'm awake. I don't know if that's an improvement. This is going way slower than I'm used to it going.
Yeah, I guess normally you just get to skip to when it's over.
And I'm wondering if I did something wrong, because I don't understand why I have to just pace around in here all the time now. Do you know? Have you heard anything? Have they said anything to you?
They haven't said anything to me, but I get the impression that they're worried about something setting you off, maybe?
And Grace is gonna be slightly confused, grab the tray, put it on a table inside, look back over at him. Are you allowed? You're probably not allowed in here, right? Do you want some tots?
He laughs a little bit and says, I can probably spare a few minutes.
Okay, cool. Sit. And Grace pulls him in and shuts the door after looking to make sure nobody's looking. Shuts the door, and starts pulling more tots out. I've been saving some in case this is not enough. I don't know how much you need.
I'm good, but
Okay.
Thank you.
They're really good, but I do have to save these ones over here, and you just see a couple of mason jars full of tots that may have been canned. You're not sure. I have to save these for an emergency because you never know when we're going to be in a space when you run out of tots. And all I've been doing is learning how to I did this thing called a sourdough starter. I'm not really sure. And she pulls out another tiny jar and it's just got something in it.
I don't think you should eat any of that.
Well, see, I didn't have any bread flour. We don't have that. I don't know. I didn't know where to get any of that. So I just dried out some tots and then grounded them up and put them in here because I figure it's potato. It's got to do something.
It's potato. It's got to do something.
Anyway.
I don't think you should eat any of that, but I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
On the tots front.
So Grace starts just putting it back, carefully though, because it's their sourdough starter. And comes back to the table and sits down and is so back to you and what you've been doing and who you've been talking to and what about. Maybe you can share.
I mean, I truly don't know anything. If I'm being honest, I think it's safe to say that they are worried that somebody is going to approach you with questions about what happened on KO66. It was pretty public.
So everyone's grounded, not just me.
He shrugs.
That's not an answer.
I'm not really...
Have you seen Chief outside of his room?
No, I seen him.
Okay.
I'm not really worried about anyone else.
Aww. And Grace, it goes right over her head. And she's like, well, yeah, because I'm like, you're just around me the most, you know, obviously.
That's true.
But, and honestly, a lot of them can take care of themselves, except for Tolu. Sometimes I worry. But you know what? Tolu's been like sticking up for herself lately. And that's really great. They didn't ground Tolu today. Do you know? Can you get these tots over?
I really can't.
Why can't you? All right. It's okay. It's okay. You'll be fine. Do you want some tea?
I'm okay.
I promise it's not made out of potato.
I believe you. But I'm okay. I should probably go.
Yeah, okay. I don't want you to get in trouble. It's just that you're the only person I've seen in like 24 hours. And, you know, it gets really boring making baking items out of potatoes and just talking to Loaf, which is what I named the sourdough starter. So, I promise I'll be good. We can talk about whatever you want, you know, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be about anything.
Loaf is a really good name, but I think it's time for me to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Grace gets up and like kind of opens the door and kind of like peeks out and is like, yeah, there's no one here. You can just...
He starts to leave and he will pause and look over his shoulder at you and say, You don't know why I look familiar, do you?
I mean, you're here. I'm here. I'm sure we've seen you around, obviously, you know, right? Like, did something happen when I was in a coma? Did I like say something mean to you? I'm so sorry if I did. Sometimes that happens. Hayne says I sleepwalk.
No, you didn't say anything to me. I gotta go. But I'm sure I'll see you around.
Okay. Well, if you need tots, you know where I am, right?
Yeah, I know where to find him.
Okay.
He will leave.
And Grace will be like, wow, that was a little weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, leaving you with some
And then she'll
questions.
feed Loaf.
Okay, got it. Yes. Yeah. That makes total sense. Loaf makes so much sense. You've marked your stress from those, so we've done our obligations, and now we can move into your downtime actions. Grace, you're not sure if you're still locked. Actually, what I will say is that I think it's shortly after Alairs leaves that you are told a communication comes through that you are free to move about the Delphi, basically. And
Like he unlocked.
yeah, you get you have 2 downtime actions, and Tolu has 3 downtime actions.
Ooh.
Everything is on the board as far as your teammates are concerned. Yeah, what would you like to do? As a quick reminder, because it's been a while since we played, you can make a connection with another operator. You can help an injured friend recover, which I think we do still have at least one person who's a little hurt.
Who's
maybe
injured?
just Cogs.
Cogs is? Okay. Can I? Go ahead.
Oh no, you can work on a long-term project, or you can help with readiness, which also lets you ask investigation questions about aspects of the world.
And I can do 2 things, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think the first thing that Grace would do, go find Tolu.
Okay. And I think the timeline. I think the timeline probably works out because you go looking for Tolu, and Tolu has probably just finished that very upsetting conversation with Hoffman Bloom, and could probably use a friend. So, yeah.
Where are you right now? We have comms. What am I doing? I just call you.
I thought that was over comms. I thought that was just Grace being like, "Hey, where are you right now?"
Yo, yeah. Basically, I'm just like, yo, where are you right now? I'm out.
I think like same as Grace just did. Tulu answers the thing like, "Oh my God, what do you want?" Oh, hey, oh my God, how are you? Long time no see. What is going
I'm
on?
unlocked. They unlocked me. I'm out. I'm free. I'm frolicking down the hallway. Where are you? I just had a
Wait.
really strange encounter I have to talk to you about, but not like this.
Hard same. They locked you? Is that why I haven't seen you in like a day? Because I was looking for you yesterday at lunch and I could not find you, and I had to eat all these tots by myself, and I made myself so sick, and it was really sad.
I canned some tots.
What?
Okay,
That's
so normally,
genius.
normally I'm sleeping when I'm grounded, but
Sure.
this time, I don't know if he ran out of sleepy juice medicine or what is going on in that doctor's head, but I was awake the entire time, as in I've been awake since they've locked me up. I haven't slept, but now my adrenaline is rushing. I also made a sourdough starter out of dried potato flake things I made from the tots, but it's okay. You know what? You can meatloaf later. Where are you?
I have so many questions. I'm so excited to meet Loaf. Haha.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said that one first, so I can't really take credit. Also, innovation, genius, beautiful. We
I
love
didn't
it.
have bread flour.
Yeah, no. What else could you have done?
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm at the gym. Where are you?
At the gym. Okay, I'll be right there.
Yes.
And now run. Not run. He starts running, and then slowly it's like, I
hate
am
this.
not a runner. I am not running anymore. What am I doing?
Grace is me.
And walk.
Tolu, what are you doing in the gym? Are you getting some aggression out?
Yeah, she's hitting one of those dangly guys.
Speed bag, yeah.
Yes.
She's not doing it well, but she is doing it.
Hey. The bag didn't swing back as hard at that time. That's good. Get out of the way.
No, I know. It only hit me in the face that one time.
Yeah. You're doing good.
Thanks.
That was awesome. So what was
Appreciate
your
that.
upsetting encounter? Because I want to tell you, mine wasn't upsetting. I think you should go first.
Well, I was going to say I think you should go first. I talked to this reporter guy I used to know, and I think I may have said too many things. So if we get fired all of a sudden, my bad.
Oh,
But I can get you a job at the, right? They need us. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think, or they need some of us. They need you and your, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's good. It's fine. So when you see the news later, avert your eyes, look away.
What did he want?
I don't know. He kept like asking me all these questions, and I was like, bruh, I don't know what happened. We were just there and things went very, very left. And he was like, oh, what does that mean? And I was like, learn things. And he didn't.
All right. All right. That's okay. I mean, we'll just find out where he lives and
Egg is... Do people have houses here? I guess Egg has
Dome?
door.
Not sure. He might be in the barracks somewhere too. Like
What if we just egg him?
Yeah, no, I like that plan.
Great.
He's not worth
Okay.
the tots.
No, we wouldn't waste the tots. Not when you can make more loaf.
Soft boiled eggs only.
Exactly. Just hurl them like baseballs.
Anyway, don't talk to reporters. They're not.
They're not. I mean,
Yeah.
some of them are okay, but not many.
You never know what they're gonna do, though.
That's true.
You know.
What's going on with you aside from being locked away and doing your tot flower? Congratulations.
Well, you know, I've been. What else am I gonna do? Sitting in my room, which is the worst way to be grounded. I mean, where am I gonna go that they're not gonna find me around, like here?
We're in a finite space.
What am I gonna do? Like, just disable, Dangun. What do you want? What am I gonna do? You have to lock me away anyway. Or at least put me in the coma. This has been the worst 24. I've never been so bored in my life. But besides all of that, and learning how to can tots and nothing exploding, I got a visitor, which doesn't normally happen.
That's
Well, normally I get people that deliver food, because they have to feed me. I can't
Right,
feed
no.
me. That's
tots.
right. So, but usually they just leave it, knock the door, and leave. And this time, he didn't, which is fine. There's a soldier in my room. It was no big deal.
Oh my God! What?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Are you sure? Because sometimes you miss things.
We had a perfectly lovely conversation. I introduced him to Loaf. I'm so sorry he met Loaf before you did, but it couldn't have been helped because I hadn't talked to anybody in 24 hours, and there he was just talking to me. So obviously I introduced him to my son. But the thing is I think I weirded him out with the canned tots. Like, I think it was a weird out situation. And
Ew.
then he looked at me kind of like, you know how when you know somebody, but you don't know how you know them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that vacant look that people get sometimes. Like, it was like that look, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
First of all, what's his name? Where is he? Let's go meet him right now. We don't even have to talk to him. We can just kind of stalk him from afar, and I'll take notes and you take notes, and we'll compare the notes afterward, and we'll see if you missed anything. It'll be great. Also, quick pause. Anyone who doesn't like canned tots is clearly no one you want to mess around with, unless they were in your room, in which case maybe you do. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, but back up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Back up. I don't know. Because, like, I've been having those dreams, right? Where I'm like, not me, but not me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What if it's a not me?
You mean like...
What
Do you
if we
think he
met
knows
each other
not
in our
you?
dreams? And it was a not me dream. Do you
Does he know that you're not you?
I mean, I'm not me, but my point is, the dream is sometimes not me, but that's not the point. The point is, what if we've met each other, like, subconsciously?
This is something we need to explore. I don't know how we do that, but probably start by taking a nap, but not the scary kind of nap, just a regular nap. Since it's been a while since you slept, maybe we do that now.
Yeah.
And then I'll babysit Loaf and you take a nap and go
Okay.
meet this person again. And then you tell me all about it and we text him.
Okay, but like I think I weirded him out.
Oh my God, it's totally fine. We'll undo it. Also,
undo
anyone
it,
who's
okay.
weirded out by canned tots just clearly doesn't recognize genius. We can fix that. Oh, it's okay.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm so glad we had this discussion.
Me too. Me too. I'm gonna take a nap, and then I think Grace just like literally lays down on a treadmill.
That gif of the little girl on the beach and just, I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm gonna take a nap right here. Yeah, that's perfect. I think that makes sense. This is I assume you're making a connection with each other mechanically. Obviously it was a very nice conversation, but if are you both spending a downtime action for this?
Yes, I am.
Cool. So then Grace, what do you want to roll as far as your actions are concerned?
I'm gonna roll. Can I roll conceal? Because technically Grace is concealing things that she doesn't know she's concealing.
Okay with it. Yeah. It's like a subconscious conceal. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it cannot be that if you don't want it to be that, but
I am fine with it.
okay. So what are, well, if I have one and one, how
You roll
many
one.
dice? I roll one, okay.
You roll one.
I got a one, so look at that.
Okay. Well, that is still 2 links. So
Okay.
yeah, you get 2 links with Tolu.
Perfect.
And Tolu, what do you want to roll?
I would like to roll. I'm back and forth between confess and empathize. Possibly express, but I don't have anything in express, so I should not do that.
I think any of those make sense. I would go with whichever one has the highest rating, and if it doesn't, if they're the same, then you can just roll
Okay.
whatever it is.
I'm going to say empathize / confess, both of which have 1. So I will roll 1. I got a 2.
Okay. Also 2 segments. You get 2
segs.
links. 2 links with Grace,
With my bestie.
with your bestie.
We should make t-shirts that have something to do with potatoes.
Yes.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
I'm with Tots.
Aw. And then we're just holding a handful of tots constantly. Aw.
I love this, Rose.
I'm
trying
going
to
to have
think
these
of the-
t-shirts made and send them to the cast.
Is there
Entropy
something-
Emporium merch idea.
My
Yeah.
partner IRL works at a screen printing shop, so
It's perfect.
I can't
Perfect.
get
It
this
was meant to
to
be.
me.
It was meant to be. I was trying to think if there was something there with compatriots, like compatriots, but that sounds.
That
You know
also
what?
sounds like something I deal
I
with at
heard it the
work.
second I said it. I'd like to strike it from the record.
Temptation.
It
You
is
say
not
that
stricken
as
from
I'm
the record.
clipping it
It is
right
not
now.
stricken from the record.
I would like it.
It's on the internet forever, Will.
Nobody clip that, and we'll delete it from the VOD.
I'm uploading this
Love it.
episode tomorrow.
Oh God. No, it's not the worst thing I've said on the internet. Probably.
I'm sure there
Cool.
could be worse.
I'm sure there could be. All right, very cool, very cool. And I kind of think, Grace, that if you want to do the dreaming thing and see what happens with that, that feels to me like maybe readiness, because Ready the Last Bastion, just because it would let you ask your investigation questions. You'd maybe be able to get some answers out of that.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna take a nap and see what you can figure out in the dreams. What attribute do you want to, or what action rather, do you want to roll for that?
Empathize?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, so I roll 1.
Yes. Yeah. Roll 1.
Because I only have 1. I got a 2. I'm really
Okay.
bad rolling today.
Cool. Well, that's okay. I'm gonna advance the readiness track, which is good news because nobody else did that during during downtime. So we're up to tier 2, which opens up your mission choices once we get to that. And then you can ask 1 or 2 of your investigation questions as the Harmony, or your gather information questions, rather.
My gather information questions. Wait, where are those? Or I can just ask whatever I want. Oh, I see.
Down by
I see.
your teamwork. Yeah.
Okay.
What here is incomplete feels pretty fitting.
Yeah, what here is incomplete. And who here can best help me? Those two.
Okay. Okay.
Bam.
Very cool. Very cool. You sit, you lay down and you close your eyes, very intentionally intending to try to get a feel for something, whatever this is. Hoping that something will come to you, and you do. You experience this dream almost like a memory. First person, you see the boots on your feet walking across the graded floor of the hangar towards looking up and seeing Dangun in its normal spot. Something feels a little off. Your body feels a little strange. And you keep walking, you pause. And this is almost autonomous, like you're not controlling this. You're not moving your body willingly, you're just kind of along for the ride. You look up at your engine. And from a short distance away, from like across the hangar, you hear a voice that does sound familiar call out and say, "You ready for this?" Your head turns and looks, and you see Alairs in a flight suit. Looking at you, and you hear yourself respond, because again, you're just kind of along for the ride for this. You actually, I'll say for this, what would Grace want to say?
She'd probably say something like, "I'm never not ready."
He laughs at that and says, "Yeah, I know. It's just, I know things have been a little weird up there for you."
Uh-huh.
You say uh-huh because you're kind of confused by that statement, and he responds like he heard you say something else entirely.
Mm-hmm.
And says, "Look, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be out there with you. If it happens again, you just let me know. But I know Swanson said you're good. I know you've been cleared medically. I worry about you.
And I think when Grace hears that, like immediately, this person is talking, but she's cognizant enough, I think, to be like, "What the fuck?"
And you just kind of, yeah, you say what the fuck, and he like again, like he hears something else entirely. He kind of like smiles and like looks down. He like rubs the back of his neck, kind of like embarrassed a little bit, and says, "Well, I'll see you up there," and turns and starts walking away. And I think that the memory starts to dissolve. You kind of feel yourself waking up.
And she would like shoot right up. And they look over to see if Tolu's still at the boxing thing.
Tolu is sitting, staring at you sleeping, eating cold tots. Just,
Oh,
hey, was this weird? Sometimes I can't tell.
I don't care. I'm sleeping. It's fine. Also, I think I know that guy.
Oh my God, you know the guy? How do you know the guy?
I don't think I know the guy though.
We'll get to know the guy. It's going to be fine. Maybe he knows how you know the guy.
I think we're gonna have to ask the guy how he knows how I know the guy.
That's perfect. Oh my God, let's go meet the guy. I'm so excited. Does he? Oh wait, he doesn't like tots because he was skeptical of the canned tots. That's okay. Small red flag. Small red flag.
I just won't bring them.
Is that wise? Sorry.
Mhm.
So, Grace, the answers that you have to your question, what here is incomplete, you have that memory, and then who here can best help me? In the memory, if it is a memory, the general got name dropped.
Right, Swanson.
Yeah.
We need to go see the general. Yeah.
Can we get ice cream after?
I will buy you whatever you want.
Have we considered tot ice cream?
We have not, but I found a recipe on that app thing.
It's because you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you're going to have an opportunity to talk to the general because you're going to have a mission briefing before you are sent out the next time.
Hell yeah.
And we'll do that after the downtime phase, but I do want to ask Tolu, what are you have 2 actions left that you can do before we get to that.
Okay. One of my actions I would like to be help heal Cogs. My other action, and I don't know if we'll have time for both of these, which is totally okay, is I want to infiltrate that recording that the guy is doing if I can.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. Very cool. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think so. We're going to do help a friend recover, and we're going to do, I think we'll call that a long-term project, but it's going to be a very simple one.
Okay, great.
So I think that's very cool. Helping a friend recover, I guess like as you and Grace are leaving, I'm gonna say that you kind of bump into Cogs. And Cogs, you what is your harm at?
I'm at it's a tier 3 harm. I have 2 things left in the
Right, yeah, okay, you have 2 things in your healing box.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Cool. So yeah, Tolu, you bump into Cogs, and I think you can see Cogs is Cogs. You think it's fair to say that you'd be agitated after your conversation with your erstwhile conversation buddy?
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
clear to you, Tolu, that Cogs is a little bit on edge.
Great. And I would just like to remind everyone that since Cogs changed the timeline, Tolu and Cogs do not get along, or at least Tolu doesn't like Cogs. Doesn't trust Cogs. So I'm so sorry, JT, in advance, because I'm going to be so mean right now.
It's okay.
But I am gonna heal. It's gonna be good.
It's
gonna
I'm
be a
very
good
interested to see how
meeting.
this goes.
Oh, me too. I'm also interested. So I think you said they bump into each other. I think that's pretty literal. Again, for Tolu at least. Just like, oh, hey, it's you. Great. You seem tense. Do you want some pocket tots?
No, that. I'm sorry. That seems deeply unsanitary.
Oh, I got canned ones. If you would rather.
No.
Yeah. Also, you don't know anything about my pockets.
As a
That's
blanket rule, I don't eat anything that comes out of pockets. Where did you get the equipment to can tater tots?
I've been grounded.
So they gave you an entire okay. Interesting. I'm sorry that you've been grounded.
You should be.
They didn't even
Sorry,
put me to
I-
sleep this time.
Normally not in this part of ship at this time. How are you all doing?
Yeah, I noticed you're not like in the walls, and I was like, what? So that's where I am right now.
Yes, no,
You're out the
Yes.
walls.
I am out the walls. I'm not always in the walls.
Okay. Cogs, are you okay?
That depends. Right now, physically, yes. Any other capacity or instance, no.
But
No,
you don't
not
want any
even remotely.
tots.
I do not want tots out of anyone's pocket.
We have the canned ones.
Yeah, I have
I don't-
canned ones.
No, if I want them out of the can, that sounds deeply unappetizing to me. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, well then what do you want?
It's a good question. Excellent question.
Thank you.
Imagine the solution to all your problems was presented on a silver platter, but to get it, you had to sacrifice everything. What would you do then, right?
Okay, now when we say all my problems, are we talking about all of them or just the ones that are directly
Your-
affecting me right now?
In your case, all of them.
See, that's a tough one. I don't know.
Is this a riddle?
Hmm.
It's not a riddle. I
you
mean
gonna
it so
judge me?
incredibly literally, you would not believe it. Why would I do that?
Someone
Judge
offered you a
you. I
literal
have-
silver platter?
No, well, no.
Ah.
The solution to the very problem that I exist in has been offered to me.
Oh.
And to get it, I have to sacrifice everything, right?
I mean, sacrifice. Maybe it's
Like-
more like paying a small fee.
Like, is everyone
not a
gonna
small
die?
feat.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Well,
my bad. I did not expect that.
Sorry, I'm
that's
trying to
different.
be more honest with you guys specifically about what's going on with me because I understand the time loop thing is a bit unnerving.
You know, Cogs, that's cool. You know, that's cool that you're opening up to us like that. That's nice, Tolu,
Yeah, it's-
isn't it? Isn't it nice?
Yeah,
you don't
it's
have
cool.
to think it's nice.
No, it's fine. It's
I
I'm proud of
understand
you,
if
or
you
whatever.
don't. That's good. What have you guys been up to?
No, don't change the subject. We can see what you're
We're
doing.
not
It's
changing
really
the
selfish.
subject. I'm
I
making
made a sourdough out
conversation.
of potatoes.
That sounds. What?
His
How
name
are
is
you-
Loaf.
Literally, what don't you understand
one
about that?
question, One question. When it comes time to turn it into bread, which I assume is what you're trying to do, how are you going to bake that? Do you have an oven? Did
no,
they give you
but
a full
Dunkin'
kitchenette?
can get really hot in some areas.
God,
so
just think for a second, Cog.
I'm just gonna wrap it
Okay.
in some foil and then stick it in his thigh somewhere, and then on our next mission. And then I think if I did my calculations right, the proofing and the cooking should happen by the time we get back. So
I've watched a lot of Space Great British Bake Off, and
yeah.
their logic is flawless.
Okay. I don't want to hold you up, Miss Ajaka. You seem particularly, I don't know, ready to hit me. So, I can scurry away back
I've
into the
offered you
walls if it would,
tots.
out of your pocket.
Tots wouldn't even hurt if they hit you. But
Please don't throw tots at anyone.
Oh, you don't know some of the people I know.
Okay, well, the one person that I do know that we all know, you can throw tots at.
Great.
For the record, and since I don't know if I've said it yet, and because I would like to diffuse the situation that has become this conversation, you were the first change to the timeline that seems to have yielded any results for me.
I think Tolu just sort of like stares for a second as like trying to come up with like a witty retort. It's like, shit. Are you being like cool right now, my guy? Because I was not prepared for that. Is this a timeline thing? Are you playing a joke? Is this because you didn't want the tots?
I don't know what the timeline thing is with you because you're new.
New.
Every other iteration before this, it's been Toby. I know how those conversations go.
Toby? You're supposed to be a Toby?
Ew, right?
I'm so glad you're not a Toby.
Mr. King.
Oh.
Still ill though.
Yeah, still stands.
What? Okay, so you're saying in all of your other iterations of this thing that you do, Toby is here. Toby's eating tots. Toby hates tots. I don't think
I would
Toby
never
eats
make
carbs.
canned tots for Toby.
No.
The tots are new also.
Oh my god, maybe it's the tots. The tots are gonna save the world.
I don't know what. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, cheer up. Tots. And
Yes.
we'll offer the pocket tots again. In
I will
case maybe
take one.
Cogs has
I will
changed their
not
mind.
ever eat this. I'd like to.
I'm just gonna hold this.
It's going in my pocket, and it's going to stay there forever.
That's an okay place for it.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Okay. Anyway, back to the question at hand, or whatever it is. I'm new.
You're new.
You're going through a thing.
Clearly.
Well, aren't we all?
Maybe we can work together, or whatever version of that you'll let me do, and figure out what all is going on here.
I don't know what figuring my thing out looks like, but I do think I can help you with your thing.
Ew, that's not what we're talking about right now. Stop changing the subject.
Not changing.
We don't have to know what figuring out things looks like. That's how you figure them out. You just kind of like do things until something good happens. That's always been my methodology. And look, now here I am, sort of making it work.
Yes. Good.
Sometimes you just need a soundboard.
Do you want to hang out with us?
Yeah.
We're
Right
gonna go throw
now?
tags at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
What? Who?
Eggs. Yeah, he is a jerk.
Do you know anything about a reporter that is big meanie pants?
Oh my god, do you have a mean reporter where you're from?
What do you mean? Well, I'm from here.
But a different time, right?
Thousands of different timelines. Yes.
Wait,
Okay,
Cogs.
but they all have a. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Is it possible that there's other people that are from other timelines also here?
Oh.
Maybe?
My god. Oh my god. Answer the question, please.
I think I know what you're asking about. The answer to the question for you is no, but for me is yes.
What does he know what I'm gonna
It's a double standard. I don't even know.
That's
I
not
don't
a
even
double
know.
standard. That's not
fair.
your. I don't actually know if I should talk to you about this.
No,
I
talk to
don't-
us. We love this. Look at us all being friends.
We're being so friends. GM, do I have permission to divulge information?
What do you mean permission?
Your permission? I don't know what you want from this. I'm just
You're
asking.
gonna make
I'm just
choices,
making sure.
and then I'm gonna tell you what happens.
Okay, great. Grace,
We love it.
your dreams. You're asking about those, right? Is that why you're asking about other
Well,
timelines?
okay, so there's this guy, okay, and
The guy you
this
don't
guy-
recognize but is familiar. Yes, we've done
And
this
so cute, probably.
Did we
Okay.
have this conversation in another
thousands of times. Yes. Well, not thousands actually.
I
Only
told
as
you
long
we
as
might
we've
be
made
meant
it
to
this
be
far.
in dreams or something.
No. Okay. I don't know how to broach this delicately.
Don't do it delicately. Dive in. That's what we always do.
Okay, Grace,
Just
those are your
broach.
memories, technically.
What?
More delicately than that.
Okay, see, well, that's how do I put this? He knows you because you what do you want from me? Okay, delicately.
Maybe just
Are you
dive in.
familiar with the biological concept of cloning?
He's a clone?
No. He's not a clone. He knows who you are,
Oh, that got me.
but you don't know who he is. Why do you imagine that might be?
I don't have a clone. What do you mean?
You don't have a clone anymore.
Clone anymore?
Faith doesn't have a clone.
How do you know her name?
Or, sorry, Faith had a clone. You don't.
Faith had a clone. Faith had.
Who's
had a-
Faith?
Who's Faith? Faith is me.
Faith is you?
Faith is the not me. That's not me.
From the dreams?
From the dreams.
Not dreams.
Oh,
From the not dreams.
Memories.
Memories.
Your Faith?
But I'm not Faith.
You're
Grace.
Grace.
Yeah. I'm Grace.
You
Wait,
should go
what?
ask the general.
I should go ask the general.
That's what you're going to do, right? This will be
you
the first
know-
time you've ever had Tolu with you, but
Am I gonna beat him up?
no, please don't.
Fine.
You know, you should really have like a sign or something that says like I'm a time traveler, because sometimes I forget you're a time traveler and then you tell me things about myself and
It's
then I'm
come
like,
up
how do you
multiple
know
times
this?
in this conversation.
There's a lot of information flying around, okay?
They didn't even put me to sleep for this grounding, okay? I took a nap and that's about it.
Yeah,
I
also
haven't
she's
even
been
met
eating
Loaf yet. No one's met Loaf yet, except for
the
the
guy,
not time traveler.
which we'll talk about later.
All right. Tolu,
I was like, we could do this all night.
Tolu, somehow you are helping Cogs recover. I think,
I think that was a
you did-
therapeutic
yes.
and cathartic conversation for
I think
some.
so. I think that you kind of gave Cogs the space to talk about things that Cogs probably shouldn't talk about, but that probably felt good. So I think that, yeah, you can absolutely roll whatever action you think fits for that interaction.
This one for sure feels like, well, I was going to say empathize or forgive. Not that you technically did anything wrong, but she doesn't know that.
Right.
They're both one, so I'm going to roll one dice.
Okay. Cool.
Hacked. 6. It's a 6.
Hell yeah. That's the best outcome. That's not a critical success because you didn't roll 2, but
Fair.
that is 4 segments and they roll over, Cogs. So your Traveler's Despair is downgraded to level 2 harm, and you get to mark 2 boxes of your next healing cycle.
So sorry about your despair, though.
It's okay. It happens. It means I
It
get to do it
does.
again now. without dying.
Without dying, which is a plus. That's a huge plus.
It is a plus. I get to have 2 Traveler's Despairs now.
And then Tolu, this might be a little retroactive, but how did you want to mess with Hoffman Bloom's broadcast? Did you want to pop into the middle of it? Did you want to sort of hack in a pre-recorded message of yourself? Did you just want to stop it from happening entirely? What's your thought?
I'm thinking she wants to pop into the middle of it. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well then, yeah, I think that this is going to be a long-term project, but it's going to be a very simple one.
Okay.
I think it's just going to be 6 segments. You're not exactly sure when he's going to break the story, but you have a little bit of time. So I think that you are kind of working on you worked with Hoffman Bloom. So some of the you know the system that they use to broadcast. You are kind of like using your backdoor credentials that you held onto when you became an operator and left the civilian fleet. It sounds like to kind of make your way back into it. So this is going to be a 6-segment clock, and you can roll an action that you think is appropriate for this.
Oh, it's
as well.
fully Defy.
Yes.
Do I have
it
any
is.
little dots in Defy? No, I don't, but we're going for it anyway.
Perfect. Yeah, it is absolutely Defy.
6 and a 3.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
You get to mark 2 segments of that long-term project clock.
Okay. And real quick, I also have a long-term project, I think, to plant those, I think we said like monitoring devices or something on
Yes.
Toby's machine.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure it's okay to have those 2 going at once.
Yeah, you can absolutely. You just have to, when you spend a downtime action to work on one, you have to specify whether it's the surveillance or the hacking, basically.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. And that is all of our downtime actions, which means that all of you receive a ping to your comms, basically telling you to report for mission briefing. Report to the mission theater. And with that, we are going to take a break because we are halfway through our stream. So we will be stepping away for about 10 minutes, and then we will be back with our mission phase. So stick around for that. See you soon.
No, let's
Yeah.
keep
Love it.
talking about cats.
Chuck
I
is-
mean,
Chuck
I
is-
would get a cat if I had like space, I think,
Mhm.
for like an indoor cat situation. But I have a dog now, and that takes up a lot of space.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And she's
This is
only
true.
6 months. And so
Oh,
I feel
that's
like
a baby.
cat. Yeah, I gotta.
I don't know
not
if
right now.
visible on stream, but my raised by cats pit bull, who is now raised 2 cats, is behind me chewing on things. So if you hear any thumping, it's the bones.
It's the bones. If you hear
It's
any
the
thumping, it's the bones.
My cat is the size of a slightly grown medium dog puppy.
It's true.
Apt is mine.
Mm.
He's massive. Look at him.
Named
I want
after
a cat that's the size of a medium dog.
Named
puppy.
after the very item in this game that we
I was
so
gonna
dearly
say, it's
covet.
Tater
It's
tots.
crazy that
That
you
is-
named your cat after the
Yeah,
beloved
yeah.
food
How
item
did you
from
know?
God
This
Complex.
this actually
Wow.
came first.
It's almost like
Uh,
you're a time traveler.
I said it in chat
IRL.
earlier.
No, my secret. Now I have to reset the whole timeline again.
Do it. That's only made things better for me so far. I'll get a promotion at work and everything.
Tater was right in front of our eyes the whole
the
time.
whole time.
I said earlier in chat that tots were going to save the world. Watch it happen. And
There you
look,
go.
Tater's right there.
Tater's right there.
Mhm.
He's sleeping.
Well, speaking of Tater, I don't know what that is, but you've all been summoned to the mission theater.
Ah, sorry.
And I assume you are all going up.
Mhm.
Grudgingly.
How
Can I ask you
soon?
questions?
Yeah, how soon after the goo incident does this mission briefing happen?
I'm gonna say like a good
A good.
several hours.
Okay.
Like
Cool, cool.
enough time for I would say like maybe even 6 hours for you.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
The timelines are a little wacky, but everything is happening more or less at the same time at different points in your respective downtime action timelines.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you all might note that, interestingly, Troyan is present and unsupervised.
Uh-huh.
There does not appear to be. I'm a new Mason.
T.
And she's smiling at everyone.
Auntie.
How is it? I get
Hi.
grounded.
Oh, I got tortured, honey.
You don't have
Oh,
to
right.
have. You don't have to have a guy anymore. Where's your guy? You don't have a
Made
guy?
him.
Right, but they
Where's
didn't
the
give you.
new guy?
Yeah, they
I
didn't give you
don't
one?
have a new guy. They're trying this thing called
Trusting you?
mutual distrust.
And I'm getting grounded?
Well, that's
Mhm.
because you're weird. I haven't figured you out yet.
Maybe we don't call our teammates weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
what
not
an
you.
insult.
Well,
I-
okay. Or maybe we don't say especially not someone about calling other people weird.
No, I'm
Well-
weird. I understand. I'm not exactly. Well, I am definitely not human, and Alki is a whole other story. Anyway, but yeah, no.
Guys,
Hey,
is anyone gonna say anything to me?
I cheat.
Hi, Chief.
Hi.
Chief?
Hi. So, we kind of need to talk.
Uh huh.
what's up?
So, quick summary. You all went on a little trip without me.
Yeah.
And
We were highly encouraged to do it.
Basically,
Yeah,
We were
No, I
forced
un-
out the door.
I understand that. And I'm all for R&R. I need some R&R. They didn't let me go on R&R.
No.
What the hell happened? I need to hear it from you. What the hell happened that Mason is dead?
Mason got a little vaccination before he went on shore leave with us. And then he started turning into something a little more like me.
But it wasn't the tots.
Was not the dots.
I
I
don't.
haven't
Cogs.
I haven't been able to figure out what exactly it is, but before you go chiefing at everyone about their performance and their attitudes and behavior, I would
My
like
name
to
is
say,
a verb now. Okay.
well, team captaining us,
Okay.
as you are wont to do, which I appreciate. There was, in every instance of that timeline where we fail, you are absent, except for this one.
Absent how?
Like you don't come with us on shore leave.
I didn't go last time. So, what do you mean by this
I
time?
mean, this particular event, when Mason does the thing, right? We only ever succeed if you are there, but this time we succeeded despite your absence. If that would credit to them, to their capabilities.
So this is a fixed moment. This has to happen.
It has happened every single time that I have been through here.
Okay, Cogs.
Oh, and by the way, we're being spied on, so everything we say, especially around me.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I don't either.
I assume that's what is always happening after the shit that happened here.
Well, Tolu's new.
I'm new.
That's not. We don't have to get into that.
Okay, well, before we get too far, we have a mission to go to.
Uh-huh.
But I do need to give some tough love here. You can see he's looking at Ahti. You.
Yeah.
Do I have to worry about you? Be
Always.
honest.
Always.
Okay. No, let me rephrase that. Does Chief have to worry about you?
In what way?
Can you do your job? And can you do it without killing anyone else? On our team, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Problem
That's all.
solved.
That's all I care about right now.
So long as I get a snack.
Do they have
we
to be
tots?
human shaped?
Yeah, can they be tots?
No.
Everyone's got something against tots.
What if we put
li-
meat in the
I
can?
love tots.
I
Tots are the
relented
greatest
about
thing
the
you
tots.
humans have ever made.
Yes.
Okay, now we're talking like okay. That Ahti, right? That's who I'm talking with.
Ahti. Yeah.
Okay.
You're picking up on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Tolu, Grace, you weren't there. I got taken down in the basement, poked with a little electrical stick. So Alky's taking a nap, so I'm in charge for right now. Any questions?
What's it like
Think
having? So, where's taking
Just
a nap?
sleeping.
Like I take a
Yeah.
nap?
Yeah, actually, I think.
Interesting.
Okay.
When you take a nap, though, no one takes over your body.
That we know of. I'm in a coma.
That's true. And apparently, well,
That's not
Secrets.
comatose.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna bring us back around here.
Oh,
Great,
sorry,
Ahti.
Chief.
Yeah, Ahti, you're good. Just don't eat any of us. I honestly,
I'm not gonna eat any of you.
yeah, I
Aw.
know. That's sweet. That's lovely. Moving on. Grace, you're okay? Tolu, you're okay?
Ungrounded.
Okay, Tolu, you're okay?
all good.
Great. I do suggest if anyone has suffered any form of PTSD to talk with a therapist of some kind. I don't know how comfortable you are with that, but it is my recommendation. Cogs, you knew this was going to happen and you didn't say something.
That's because every time I say something, something worse happens.
What's worse than me eating Mason? I liked Mason.
Mason's not the worst thing that the higher-ups are capable of producing.
They produced him?
Yeah, they definitely
He
did.
got a vaccination and then he turned into a monster.
You remember? He said, "Oh, have you slept since then?"
A little bit. I
She took a nap earlier.
I took a nap
Oh,
earlier.
proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna move us forward because I feel like this conversation could go on forever. And
I agree.
We're friends.
Perfect.
Are we?
I think we now need to figure out what mission we're going on.
Oh shit, y'all.
Can I just say really quickly, I really like the idea that all of this happened in front of like the higher ups.
Swanson,
We were just kind
in
of like
front
right
of
there.
Swanson.
Like, can you
You
wait a
don't
second?
You don't know who's listening, but right now I think you are in the empty mission theater,
Gotcha.
waiting for someone to show up and brief you.
We
Mhm.
were there first. Look at us. We're like
Making
growing
waves.
up
I
without
know.
High
realizing
five.
that. Look at how put together
Oh my
we
God.
are. Our New
We're
Year's
like
resolutions
60%
are
of the way
coming
of
in.
being a team.
Feels so good. Be such an adult.
My instinct back to the mission is explore the ruined world.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
thinking
I
that
feel
one
like-
too.
I feel like that's like the only one we really haven't done, right?
Mm.
Have we defended the Bastion?
Well, technically, I believe you have, but also technically, the last excursion was exploring the ruined world. You went to
Oh,
KO66. But you can absolutely pick that again. I think that is a great mission choice.
How hungry is Ati? Should we hunt a Leviathan?
That could be fun.
You should probably feed her.
I mean, who knows what you might find out there in the ruined world, you know?
Oh
If we
my
feed you,
gosh.
are we going to get
you
Troyan
and
back?
Loaf should be friends.
Loaf.
I have to feed him
The
too.
sourdough.
Loaf
Come on.
is Grace's
What's
son
Loaf?
that I haven't met yet. It's fine.
Oh, I
Okay.
brought him and
Oh my God. Hi, Loaf.
Why does that smell like potatoes?
It is potatoes.
I made it out of potatoes. I didn't have any bread flour. I just had potatoes.
How is it
Huh?
fermenting?
That's what it's supposed to do.
So it sounds like we're between exploring the ruined world and hunting a Leviathan. That's what I
No,
heard.
Will. We're talking about potatoes right now.
I- my
Listen, I am
son.
all for exploring a ruined world and
Yeah.
hunting a Leviathan.
Mhm.
Either or.
Well, they're different mission types.
Yeah.
So,
We know. We're so decisive.
I'm just
tonight.
extraordinarily
I think-
indecisive, Will.
Oh my god.
What was the second one? Hunting a Leviathan?
yeah.
I feel like we haven't done that one in a minute.
It's true. We haven't done it in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
And we need to
Cool.
feed our.
Hold on.
Edie friend.
What am I
The
holding
last
on?
time we hunted one, we were told to bring it back, and that started all this Mason nonsense.
That's
You did bring it
called.
back. Yeah.
Fine.
That's
But
just.
what if we tell them we'll bring it
fallacy.
back and we just don't?
And I just eat it?
They haven't told us we have to.
It's true.
Allegedly, in case.
It sounds like it sounds like we're hunting a Leviathan. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I think so.
Very cool.
Thanks for doing that.
I think mid conversation, as you are talking about Loaf and the various things that have been happening, the general will walk in. You hear the door slide open from the opposite side of the room, and the general will walk in. The lighting will come up slightly automatically as he enters, and he looks at each of you and somewhat sardonically, perhaps, says, "At ease. I can't imagine many, if any of you, were standing at attention when he entered the room." Cool.
No.
Fair.
Sorry, I'm
Straight
a
up
little,
melt.
I'm wrangling cats right now.
It's true. It's true. He looks across the room at all of you and takes it in and says, let's get right down to it, shall we? I understand that your squad has been through a lot within the last 24 hours or so. A lot has taken place. I'm sure things you'd rather take the time to decompress from, and that would be my preference as well, but unfortunately, we don't have that luxury. he the display behind him kind of calls up a view of nearby space, and by nearby I mean like out a light year or two, and there are all these different like objects, planets, moons, space debris, things of that nature. He points to one of them, calls it up. You see that like the view zooms in on this world. It's kind of like grayscale. It looks dead. It looks dead because it's very clearly one of the worlds that has been sort of stripped of all life and civilization. If it was inhabited by one of the by a Leviathan. It looks much like the vast majority of the universe that you have seen at this point in time, with what remains of humanity living in the Citadel fleet. And he points to it. It says, "This is a world called Dagon. As you've probably surmised, it's dead, stripped clean of all life by Leviathans, one Leviathan or another at some point in time, the last several hundred years. But we picked up a sign of life. Or I should say we picked up a sign of a Leviathan. Our sensors indicate that there is something on that planet. And it's reading as Leviathan, but as you know, and as I know, Leviathans are planet eaters. They don't inhabit worlds. They devour them. And so this requires investigation. And unfortunately, no one else is available. All our other squadrons are on mission. So it falls to you five.
This is why I was ungrounded.
Okay, what? More details, please. Just dead
Wish
world.
we had 'em. Dead worlds, readings of a Leviathan, but we've never seen this before. We've never gotten readings coming from a planet before.
Okay.
Does this
Where are
sound
the
familiar
readings?
to me?
Mhm.
Yeah. Does this sound
Sorry.
familiar to me? Like,
I don't think so.
okay. It-
Like
It doesn't sound like
you've-
abyssal humans or anything like that.
I mean, not particularly. No,
Okay.
they wouldn't read the same way that a Leviathan would, even if they are of the corrupted by the abyss itself, Tartarus itself. Yeah, it doesn't really ring a bell for you. You've seen, like, obviously with the idea that Leviathans are big enough that they eat planets, they don't hang out on planets. It could be a juvenile, but you've seen juveniles before, and they stay close to the parent.
Mhm.
General, where are the readings coming from on the planet?
That's harder to isolate, but you should be able to get a better feel for it as you get closer.
Okay.
I'm hesitant to bring the fleet too close, and I'm hesitant to leave the fleet unprotected by moving the Delphi closer, which is why we're sending you all.
Are there any other planets nearby?
To find nearby, it's part of a system, but the system is dead. The sun is gone. There were about 6 or so planets in orbit. Now they free float.
Nothing big to hide behind. Okay.
You don't need to worry about retrieval in this instance, just whatever it is, get a visual, put it down.
Can we eat it? And by we, I mean mostly just one person here that I won't talk about or point any fingers to. I just think that we should be made aware.
Thank you, Tolu.
Like
You're
I said,
welcome.
get a visual, get it down. Specifics are up to your judgment.
I think that means you can eat it.
I'm pretty sure it means I can eat it. Like a special tater tot just for me.
I don't think I can
Don't you
can it,
besmirch
though.
the name of tater tots.
That's fair.
All right. With that, should we get suited up, guys?
Is Antivorta...
This will be my first time being an Antivorta since she died.
She didn't quite die. She's
Well,
a
she died
she.
in the sense
You can
that
share
God
that. My
died.
you can share mine if you want. If you want to, if she needs rest. if you
No,
need.
she needs to. I need to be with her right now.
Yeah, totally. No, yeah, sure, of course.
All right. With that, shall we go?
Yeah, I just have a quick question. Who's Faith?
The general blinks a couple times. I'm sorry.
Oh, who's Faith?
I'm not certain I know of Faith. Are they personnel?
I don't know, but apparently they have my face. So just wasn't sure. That like rung
Where-
a bell.
When you say they have your face, can you be more specific, Grace?
Like we look the same? That's what I mean.
Understood. Did you see someone that looks like you? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And I think Grace would just kind of like glance over it totally really quick because like doesn't want to get the guy in trouble.
I think the question we're asking is there's a person whose name is Faith, and that is all the information that we are giving you right now. Who is that? We have it on
Yeah.
good authority, you know.
And again, I think I would need more context. Is this a name that someone told you?
Yes.
And who told you about this person with your face?
I did.
If
Oh, yeah. Gods.
I mean, I suppose it's possible that in some timeline there may
Every
be-
timeline.
Well, if it's only Cogs who told you about this person, not to be dismissive, certainly not something that I know about in this timeline.
You are being dismissive,
sounds very
And-
dismissive.
suspicious.
I would need more to go off of.
No.
Because that's all we have.
So there.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't
Are
you
you
tired
playing
of
coy, or do we
lying?
need to go see Odin about this?
Oh, Odin won't tell us anything.
Odin.
What if we punch him?
I don't think we're
He'll
allowed to
like
do
it.
that.
It's not threatening.
Aw.
We're not threatening anyone.
It's not a threat.
I
Punches are
am.
nice.
But what?
I owe him a few. My tummy hurts.
You know what? I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. Now.
Not this way. But we'll find an answer. We're going to figure out who Faith is, whether you help us or not. It's a kind of a bummer that you don't want to do it the easy way. The way without breaking any rules, which you're like all about.
I'll just go
Aren't you-
risk my life for the Delphi once again.
Aren't you
Again.
tired of lying to your operators, Swanson?
Again, if you had more information, I might be able to look into it.
I feel like that's a bit of information.
Mhm.
But fine. I know how you general types are. I'll get someone else to do the paperwork. And Grace just gets up and like starts walking out.
Grace, why don't you stay behind?
And slumps in the nearest chair.
I object.
Operators, you are dismissed. Prepare for your mission.
It's okay, Tolu. I'll probably end up getting grounded again.
I'll sign Carrot will join you in the hangar momentarily.
Ooh, he called me by my call sign. I'm in trouble.
Oh no. Okay, well, text me if anything goes wrong. I'll be right across the door.
As long as I don't lock my communicator.
Gross. Okay, how about if I don't hear from you in 5 minutes, I'm bursting back in here and kicking everyone in the shins.
Operators, you were given a direct order.
Come
That sounded like a
Tolu, come
suggestion.
on. I'm gonna grab Tolu and just drag her out, and then post up on the immediate outside of the door.
Yeah, once
Totally presses an ear against it.
Yeah.
once we're out the door, Ati, can that goop you leave behind in the ship, is that like spying goop?
Yeah.
Can you leave just a little in there, and then we can
I
go get
promised
suited
I
up?
would, and I took it all the way.
They don't have to know, and it doesn't have to be a lot.
Also, promises are fake.
I like you, Tolu, and I'm gonna put my hand against the door and goop the door a little bit.
This is a good lesson to teach the alien entity. Yes.
Well, everyone, go to the hangar. Just
No.
go.
I'm
Please.
gooping.
Please, for me.
It works long distance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We can go suit up.
Fine.
No one
I'm gonna
has
drop
to
a
know
little
anyone
goop in
listened.
Chief's hand.
Gross.
Ah, you're gross now.
It doesn't. It's not sticky.
Rude.
Okay. What do you want me to do with this? I'm going with you to suit up. We're going together.
Oh no!
Just-
Never mind. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna put it in the door. Listen.
Listen, we need to go. Please, just
I just goop the door a little bit.
okay.
We're going.
I am respecting that the superiors have not locked you up to know you're doing this shit. So let's go.
I told Swanson today what I was doing.
Exactly. So I'm assuming this is A-okay for you to do, because I have not been told otherwise. But I have been told to get ready for a mission. So
I also have. Well, it was intimated that I should not do it, but I'm doing it anyway because promises.
okay.
You don't
okay.
have to. You don't have to specify,
Yeah,
Ati. You don't have to
Ati,
specify to the boss.
You don't have to tell me everything. You should tell me things that you think are important. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're trying to spy, this is just a life lesson. If you're trying to spy, you should hide it from me. Just
Well,
know
good at
if you
hiding.
do hide it from me and I find out, there will be consequences. So be good at it.
Understood.
Good.
You didn't know before.
But I know now. Do you see the problem?
Let's just go. What's done is done.
It's true.
I can't be the only one who have bugs everywhere.
I'm not.
Perfect. Okay, great. Yeah, you are going to the hangar, but leaving some goop behind. And Grace, you are alone with the captain. Sorry, with the general, rather. And he takes a moment and he has the data pad in his hand that he often does, where he calls up information relevant to your missions, and he hits a few buttons on it that it's hard to see what it's doing, but you sort of feel the air in the room kind of like seal itself. You feel the room almost like a vacuum. And he kind of leans against the desk and looks at you. Well, Grace, I'm worried about you.
Why? I've just been grounded for like 24 hours. Clearly, I'm fine.
it was Cogs who told you about this person with your face.
Yeah. He said it, not me. Why are you asking me?
Is there anyone else involved?
Like another Cogs? There's only one. We only have one in this timeline now. I don't know if you've seen another one, but...
There have been some reports of you speaking to someone.
I speak to a lot of people. I'm in a squad.
I think you know what I mean, Grace.
Well, see, that's funny that you say that, because I thought we knew what we meant, but apparently we don't know anything, which means I also don't know anything. I guess. I don't know. I don't have enough to go on, General. I'm not sure what you mean. Could you elaborate a little bit more?
I'm not interested in playing these games. I'm interested in finding out what's going on my ship, in my fleet. I'll ask you again, Grace. Who have you been speaking to?
I've been speaking to my squad, the same people that I speak to all the time.
And outside of them?
I don't know, Dr. Haynes, obviously. Although I guess I do more sleeping in that room than anything else, but... Other than that... I don't know. And what does it matter? Cogs already told you that she told me about it, so...
He kind of stays where he's leaning against the desk with his arms crossed in front of him, waiting for you to say something. Waiting for something, though you're not sure exactly what.
Thought we weren't playing games. This seems like a staring contest. You know?
I need you to help me, Grace. I need you to help me help you by answering my question.
Okay, but technically I asked you a question first that you didn't answer. And don't you know who's assigned to me anyway? Isn't that information that you have? Unless they're not assigned to me? Is that what you're trying to say?
He sort of taps his finger impatiently against his arm.
Okay, fine. The only other person that I talked to was that soldier kid who brought me tots. Or at least tots were there when he arrived, so. But like, we didn't talk about anything.
Do you give the name? You say the name?
No.
Alairs.
No.
And I need a name, Grace. I want to get to the bottom of this just as badly as you do.
Okay, but see, it sounds like you're gonna get to the top of this. Like you're gonna do something bad.
I promise no one will be in trouble.
That's a dad voice. I don't know if I believe that, but I don't know. It's just some soldier kid. I don't know. His name began with an A or something, or an E, or something, Alairs, something like that. What does it matter?
When you say Alairs, General Swanson stiffens. And he looks at the data pad and hits some keys, and you see an image pop up of a young man in a flight uniform, unmistakably the person that you've been seeing around. Kind of a cocky smile on his face. This man?
Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention. Is that his name?
Grace, did you see this man?
Not until you tell me who Faith is.
I told you. I don't know who that is.
But you're very interested in who that is after I asked who Faith was.
Is this the man you saw? The man who spoke to you?
And Grace, like...
Wait, hold on one second.
Yeah,
He's on
take your
top of a
time.
clothing rack. Okay, he just got down. He just got down.
Frodo. Grace like sits up and is like, I have a Leviathan to go hunt, so. I mean, the team can't really go without me, right? Because last time things went not great. And we need as many people out there as we can, and we're the only squad right now, right? Everybody's busy. We're your last resort. So, but I could sit here instead. I'm used to being grounded now.
I'm going to take that as a yes. And he gives a heavy sigh. And he presses a few more buttons on the data pad, and the image changes. You see the image, a different image of the same young man, but he is standing in front of an engine. This engine is tall and covered in what at first looks like golden skin, but you realize is actually some form of like liquid metal. It looks like it. You can see it kind of like shifting and forming patterns. There is this like very sort of pointy stylized halo around the top. And he gestures tiredly, says, "It's Matthew Allairs. Call sign was Golden Boy."
Well, I can see why.
Before he died.
I'm sorry, what?
He died on mission about 6 years ago.
No, he didn't. He was just like, I saw him. He was here. I've seen him.
Grace. We harvest the corpses of dead gods. We turn them into weapons. This is a strange place where strange things happen. Sometimes there are echoes. I won't say ghosts, but Matthew Allairs is dead. I can assure you of that. And whatever you've been speaking to, it's not him.
It has to be. He was weirded out by the cantats. That means he saw them.
I don't understand that sentence. But again, I promise you, whatever you've been interacting with, at best, it's an echo of a very brave and capable man. At worst, At worst, it's something more subversive. Something that might be trying to corrupt you. Turn you against your fellow operators and the Citadel fleet.
Okay. I think Grace will just like slump back in their chair. All right.
That you've been conversing with whatever this is concerning to me, but with this new information, if you tell me that you can handle being on mission with your squad, we'll trust you.
Oh, yeah, totally. I will definitely handle being on mission with my squad. That doesn't even have to do with the very much supposedly dead person. How was he ever recovered?
He was.
So his DNA is in the building.
Matthew Allaire succumbed to ego death 6 years ago. He drifted too far into the Apollo engine. There was nothing left of him mentally. They were forced to cut the cord.
So you killed him.
His engine killed him. We did what was necessary.
And then okay. And Grace just like kind of starts getting up and is like, well, okay, I'm gonna go with my squad now.
They should be waiting for you in the hangar.
And if I see any more dead people, I will let you know.
Please do.
Okay.
When you return, I think it'd be best for you to speak to Dr. Haynes about this.
Dr. Haynes, yeah, I know. Surprised he's not already here. Taking my blood pressure. All right.
Good luck out there.
Yeah. And Grace will walk out and immediately call Tolu and be like, so we gotta talk?
When you leave the mission theater, there is the door doesn't open right away, and then there is a like hiss of pressure. You look back and you see that the general has hit another control, and then the door slides open before you. You might see some goo on the outside of it, but I will say, Troyan, all you heard through the goo was this kind of like hissing noise, and then you couldn't hear anything.
No Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah.
But Grace, if you were heading to the hangar, you were soon reunited with your squad.
Hey.
Oh my god, what happened? Did you see the guy?
Yeah, so about the guy.
So excited. I love this.
Yeah.
Boy.
There may be slight
I'm gonna reach
hiccup.
over and pick my goo up off your shoulder where it had crawled up and just
Oh no.
Thank you.
She gooed ya.
Slight hiccup in the whole boy thing.
Right?
Apparently he's
Interested in you. We're gonna work it out. I cannot wait to talk to him. I'm gonna be best wingman ever. It's gonna be so fun.
Dead?
like dead or like me dead.
Not sure. According to the general, dead.
Oh, well, he lies.
How
Right,
did he die?
Probably.
Just just had a smidgen of the ego death. Had a smidgen.
Oh, he's
just a
probably alive.
smidgen.
Ati says he's alive.
I said probably.
Didn't he bring you tots?
Okay, but see, like, there were Tots, and there was him, and they were together at my door.
Uh-huh.
Did you eat the tots? Did you give any of those same tots to Tolu?
Those ones, no. I don't even
Oh.
think anybody ate those Tots. I offered him some Tots, but he didn't eat any.
Now that you think about it, Grace, you
Very
opened
suspicious.
the door and there were tots. There was a tray of food on the ground.
Right.
And Alairs was standing behind it.
Oh.
He never opens because I opened the door both times, coming in and
Yeah.
coming out.
He didn't touch anything. Well,
He didn't touch anything. He sat though. I think.
Ghosts can't
They could
sit.
have, they could
Probably.
have left a fabric behind. Also, I don't think that that's true.
I don't know if ghosts can sit.
We could check
Who
your
can
room
say?
for forensics later.
Isn't there a movie about this or something?
There's a lot of
There's a
movies about
few.
ghosts.
Signs.
Groundhog Day.
science is about
Ghost.
aliens
Ghost.
before they knew they were real.
Yes. Here's the thing though. The general said they recovered him.
Oh.
Who was this? Who was
So
They
he's
this?
recovered his
here.
body and cut the cord, right?
He-
Mhm.
It would have
Yes.
been the opposite order. Cutting the cord refers to basically when they send a remote kill switch
Yeah.
while you're operating because you've experienced ego death. And
Sorry.
it is standard operating procedure to recover the engine, which would include the body.
Right. I know, I guess his call sign was like Golden Boy or something.
Chief,
Oh.
There it is.
you remember Golden Boy from
Yep.
about 6 years ago.
Yep. I'm assuming I worked on. You said it was Adonis?
Apollo.
Apollo.
Mhm.
I think anyone who's looking at Chief will see that his eyes widen with recognition, but nothing else.
Chief, do you remember Faith?
And
I-
Grace immediately like like
We have a mission.
That wasn't a no.
we are gonna talk later.
I hope we do.
Let's go kill a space dragon.
Is it a dragon? It could be a
I
dragon.
don't know what they are, man.
They're all different sort of things.
Yeah, they are.
They're like,
Cool.
it's like, Venom.
Look at this baby.
Look
That
at
is a
that
large
child.
baby.
He's
That's a
massive. Look at
big
him.
boy.
Look
That's a big baby.
What a
Mm.
unit.
Frodo's gonna be that big someday.
Yeah, Frodo's
Baby.
getting there.
Yeah, he's growing. He's a growing boy for sure. All right. Well, we're going on mission, which is very exciting. We're gonna do our engagement roll now before we cut to the action. So we're gonna figure out what kind of a starting position you are in. Somebody's gonna make this roll. Traditionally, it's been the chief as the commander of your wing, but it doesn't have to be. Good news is because you did investigate the ruined world last time, you get +1 to your engagement roll this time.
Ooh.
And I think you might actually have something from the ship. No, that's +1 dice to make a connection if you're in the mess hall, which none of our
Mhm.
rolls earlier were. But yeah, so you start with 1 die +1 because last time you investigated the ruined world. Is this mission particularly heroic or noble? Or does the mission's goal or methods reflect the worst parts of the protagonists? It's not necessarily related.
Maybe.
I
I'm
mean-
inclined to say it reflects the worst parts just because of
We
the
are gonna-
state of the squad right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of distrust and a lot of skepticism and
We're getting
secrets.
better.
And indulgent.
We're almost friends.
Almost. So I'm inclined to say that we're back down to 1 die. is it following through on details from your investigation? Not particularly, but I don't think you are acting rashly or on very little information, so I'm inclined to leave it as B. Does this mission determine the fate of a friend?
No.
I'm gonna give you a die for that.
Oh.
In an arty sort of way.
Does the mission tier exceed the current tier of the investigation track? No. If anybody has any other elements they would like to put forth and consider for why you should be in a better starting place for this, I'm open to them.
I could argue for the opposite.
I wouldn't argue for the
could.
opposite.
Don't you fucking dare.
I would say it's like
Funny.
this is a weird mission where like there's something where this is like a scouting mission effectively, but we're scouts with guns because if we find something, our job is to kill it, not to
Yeah.
report it. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll report it, but we have to kill it as well. So, are we scouts or are we a vanguard?
Yes.
In the most literal sense, we're scouts,
Mhm.
objectively, because we are we're going ahead and clearing the way for the Delphi, basically.
Yeah.
From what I understood.
Agreed.
Might I
Oh.
argue that we've already hunted one, so we've had a little practice in, and we should get a +1 because we've had a little practice.
Especially because
And we
our
only had to
unlikely hero
reset the
did
time
hit that
loop
shot.
once.
Just a quick reset.
I'm inclined to
Smidgen.
say that Logan's point and Kazma's point cancel each other out, and that
Ooh.
you are
Oops.
gonna be
My bad, y'all.
you're gonna be but you're at 2 die. You're at 2d6 for this.
That's-
Does
I'll
anyone
take
else
it.
want to roll it?
No,
No.
I've
I
been
don't
rolling
think I
bad
should
all
roll
day.
You
it.
remember how I rolled multiple double 6s last time? That has not happened on any of these 6s since I've rolled them. Like,
That
it's
was
been bad.
that was a weird session because actually all 3 of us who were there rolled multiple 6s.
Yeah.
It was a
Cool.
good session, productive.
Sure was.
Productive.
Okay, you said 2, Will.
I said 2.
Okay, I will
Fucking go,
roll then.
Logan. You got this.
Okay. Okay. 4 and a 5. Mixed results.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. It's a solid mixed result. You're going to be in a risky position when the action starts. The plan is holding together. You will need to take steps right now to avoid disaster. All right. So when we cut, you all sort of touch down on this barren wasteland of a planet. Dagon, as you were told, was its name. And as far as the eye can see, it's just kind of like this sort of blasted sand. I think like off in the distance, your sensors, your topography sensors are kind of like reading some remaining structures, but you're not really picking up any sign of habitation. Interestingly, on your approach, your sensors did ping off of whatever it was that you were sent here to investigate, and it did kind of give you that same heads up warning that said, like, abyssal energy detected, which is normally what would indicate, the approach of a Leviathan or something similar to that. However, in this particular case, the ping was like small. Like, you were sent here because this was strange, because your average Leviathan is too large to be on a planet. This pinged is even smaller than that. And now that you're here, the sensor has disappeared. And this is the part of your approach where you're going to have to take steps. If you want to try to like key in and activate different senses that your engines might possess or something like that, this would be the time to do that. I would accept any action rolls that you think would include that.
My instinct is to perceive,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn on A and W sensors and go ahead and do a kind of long-reach sense of the area we were sent to go at. Just
Mhm.
because it just disappeared, right?
Seems like it.
Okay,
Like, you
I gotta-
sensed it, and then when you touched down, it seemed gone.
Okay, I got a 5.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So mixed results, but still very, still solid. Chief, you're keying in on the sensors. You're all kind of standing there looking around, trying to figure out if there's anything. I imagine you've kind of like touched down, but you've spread out a little bit, and you're attempting to figure out what the fuck happened. And Chief, it takes longer than you would like to admit, but you don't know if this thing disappeared entirely or if it was hiding in a blind spot. But your sensors do ping it approaching from behind. You sense this thing, object, whatever it is, coming down from behind you. And if you turn to look at it, to confront the threat as it is approaching, because your sensors are kind of going wild now with like abyssal energy detected, etc. You see an object approaching rapidly, and you see this thing descending. And it's strange because it is roughly the size of A&W. You see this near skeletal, emaciated figure, massive, gray, corpse-like pallor skin, sort of descending to touch down on the planet. It is naked, but parts of its body are covered in what look like dingy black rags, tatters, that upon closer inspection, as you get a better look at it, you realize are almost more of a slime or a sludge or a goo.
Yeah.
Perhaps most notably, it does not have a head. There is a jagged cut across the neck.
Oh.
Nothing above it. But it likely doesn't need the 2 pairs of skeletal wings that extend from its back. And as it touches down on the ground with its bare feet, its hands are sort of clasped in front of it around what you quickly realize is some sort of spinal column, perhaps, that gives way to a broad, sharp, black blade.
That's so sick. I'm sorry. That's so cool.
I think the first thing everyone on comms hears is Chief going, okay, looks like we found the target, whatever the hell this thing is. Spread out and don't get caught.
Does it look like an engine that either Chief or I would know?
No.
Looks like A&W, right?
It's roughly of the same size as A&W,
Same
but
size, okay.
it does not look like A&W. No, it has the appearance, it has the size of a god corpse, I will say that. It doesn't really have the mechanical parts that you would expect an engine to have. And it's kind of hard to make out any distinguishing characteristics because it does not have a head, as previously stated. But as it touches down and as you turn to confront it, Chief, and prepare to and call everyone's attention to it, all of your comms flicker to life. And this distorted, kind of sickening voice crackles across your communications and says, I was wondering how long before we'd see each other again. And I think that's where we're going to end this episode of God Complex.
What?
Of course you are.
I was fully ready to fight this thing.
No, that feels good. That feels good. That feels right.
It's what fully turns to look at Chief.
Is he talking to Chief? Is he talking to Chief?
I
Find
think
out
he's
next
probably talking to
time.
all of us.
Find out next time on God Complex.
Yay.
Oh my goodness.
What do we have going on in 2 weeks? Let me make sure I don't miss this episode.
Right?
Oh,
We will figure it
30th.
out.
it's the 30th.
it
I
is
will be
the
there.
30th. Hell
Hey,
yeah.
people
Oh my
watching,
God, it's
be
New
there.
Year's Eve.
Be there. We'll be here.
Did you say it's New Year's Eve?
It will be for us,
yes,
probably.
yes, I did.
Well, thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope all of the players enjoyed themselves. I am very excited to be back, and there were a lot of reveals and teases and things that are cool this session. I'm very happy. Right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get into our outros and things like that, and then we will call it a night. So finishing with JT so that they can talk about Entropy Emporium stuff. Cass, do you want to kick us off? Where can people find you? What do you have going on?
Well, I'll be back over on Tales from the Table Studios on Saturday, playing Force and Destiny game called Path of the Fates. We are Star Warsing it up over there. Everything's fine. We didn't just destroy Darth Bane and his temple and a PC death, and I'm going to resurrect them whether they want it or not. It's fine. It's fine. We're having extra addition to the Sith table for the time being. It's great. Don't worry about it. It's bring up my character's trauma day on Saturday. And then let's see. I will be over on Live from the Apocalypse for Redacted next Thursday. That's what I do alternating Thursdays, is I am here and over on Live from the Apocalypse. And Redacted's been on a little holiday and technical break, and hopefully we will be back. And I'm excited because we are no longer haunted houses that are shaped like people. We are now haunted duplexes. It's great. The ghosties have split, which is a weird thing to say. But yeah, so it's a haunted people game. There's a lot going on. I still haven't figured out what JD's throwing at us. There's mystery, and I have so many notes. But anyway, yeah, that's me. And then second Sunday of the month, you can find me over on Singularity, playing Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse, our City of Mist game. It's fine. I just went into Avatar mode. Everything's going on in the new year, guys. Oh, and it will be technically New Year's Day, our next session, because Chinese New Year is on the 29th.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There you go.
Lunar New Year's on the 29th.
Yeah. Lunar New Year. Sorry.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So. Izzy.
Hello, I'm Izzy. I have played Tolu, the Unlikely Hero. I didn't say the call sign, which is Bumblebee, previously Queen Bee. You can find me here on Alternating Thursdays and also on every Wednesday on my Pathfinder 1E podcast. If you're into lots of rules and wizards and dragons and also space technology and chainsaws, come check us out. We're Pod Against the Machine. You can find us on Twitter or, Blue Sky or wherever you're going for your social media these days at Pod versus Machine. That's it. I just, do this and work and sleep. Bye.
Logan.
Oh, no, I thought there was more time, but then I realized it was JT.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Logan. You can catch me on the internet as Hollow Orange, either Hollow_Orange or just Hollow Orange. It just depends on where the handle was available. Yeah, you can catch me here every other Thursday. Absolutely. You can catch me on another Girl by Moonlight game called Bloom and Blight. We just started our second season, so you can go ahead and listen to that on Spotify. Second episode of second season dropped. What is today? Thursday? So today, I think it dropped today. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Confirm.
Go listen to that. Hell yeah. Otherwise, hey, there's a whole season to catch up on where I play, Victor Wolfsbane Brightburn, your twink Vegeta that you needed. You need him in your life. I needed him in my life. He helped me get through a lot of rough times, which was me wanting to be a magical boy or surrounded by a bunch of magical girls. Outside of that, you can catch me as a member of Apocalyptic Unlimited, which is an all POC TTRPG collective of creators. We do all kinds of things. We are actually ramping up getting ready for Black History Month. Hey everyone, February's Black History Month. It's a big deal. We're going to be celebrating all month long. Every Saturday and Sunday of the month, we are going to have either a game or a talkback celebrating Black creators within the space, and it's going to be a great time. We're also raising money for Black Girls Rock, so we would definitely love if you could donate a little bit for our cause here, and I am excited to see you there. That is everything I have, and I will throw it at Jen. I believe it's Jen.
My turn. I'm Jen, and I play Grace, who's very confused. And that's okay. She sees dead people. Fine. It'll be all good. So, I'm in stuff, but I don't know when it's coming out. And then I have other stuff that's coming that I'm in. But I have openings for other stuff. So if you want a chaotic gremlin in your game, you know, I'm available sometimes. And I'm on the socials at Young Wolves pretty much everywhere. So yeah.
Hi, hello, that's me. My name is Will. I was your storyteller this evening, as I am every other Thursday here at Entropy Emporium. I don't have too much going on in the immediate future, so I'm just going to talk about it real quick. This Sunday night, we will be recording some new episodes of our Masked Actual Play podcast over on Live for the Apocalypse Academy H. It's a not-for-profit TTRPG studio that raises money for charities that I co-founded. It's normally where you can find me, although I'm here in Entropy Emporium increasingly more. Speaking of which, on the 20th, Monday, I'll be back here running Fall of the Ashen Throne, a political intrigue 5e game in the style of Game of Thrones, where the players are members of the Crown's Guard and one princess who failed to save the other members of the royal family, and now they're trying to figure out what to do about all of that situation. That's pretty much everything that I have to talk about, except that Saturday, the 25th, if you are going to be at MagFest in Maryland/DC, me and a bunch of other people from Life of the Apocalypse will be doing a panel on world building called something along the lines of On the Edge of the Map, or Here There Be Dragons. I can't remember exactly. I'm doing a very bad job of pitching this. But if you're going to MagFest and you look at the schedule, you can find us. We are doing a panel. That's it for me. I'm on the internet at a Will M Scream, literally everywhere. JT?
Hi. As always, I'm JT. You can find me everywhere, all over the internet at WeebG. You can also find me everywhere at Entropy Emporium, because this is technically my channel. We have a lot of really cool stuff coming up, let me tell you. But the first thing, which I just discovered because I remembered and got really curious, and it's lucky too, because this is our first stream since this event. Entropy turned 1 year old from our first stream last Sunday. We have officially been live for a whole year.
Yeah.
And I am very proud of everybody who has been involved in this project and who has enabled me. And enabling is the right word. Also support, but enabling mostly. And I hope that they will continue to do so for many, many months to come, because there is a lot coming. A lot of really cool stuff.
This channel is older than Frodo.
That's right. That's right.
Weird.
We saw the birth and acquisition of Frodo. But onto the channel stuff. Tomorrow, Friday, will be the Weird Wilds War 5e homebrew actual play campaign run by me and my very lovely, very super serious band of misfits that are currently on the lam for regicide. So that'll be fun to see them navigate. They do have a baby dragon now, because of their Drake Warden Ranger. On Saturday, very special event, the finale of our Invisible Sun campaign, Blooming in the Rot, run by Kian, will be at 8 p.m. ET. Please tune in. It is the culmination of so much stuff, and I will be there, as always, playing the nicest man on Earth, Stellan Faust. As Will mentioned, Monday the 20th, we will be back for Fall of the Ashen Throne. Very cool D&D 5e political intrigue game. It rocks, and the players are very passionate about it, and it's been very, very lovely to have around. Following Tuesday will be They Call Us Villains, our Masks Horror actual play campaign run by JD. They are also very feral, so go and give them some love. It is a very energetic stream. And then, of course, you can find us back here in 2 weeks for God Complex. That's about all for me. Next Wednesday, the only other thing, High Shelf Collective, Beacons of Farlight. We are in Arc 3. It is our last arc for this particular leg of the journey. There's more to come, but come watch the Doomed Yuri stream, because that's what it is officially, is the Doomed Yuri stream. There's so much not talking to each other going on. It's actually crazy.
You thought the God Complex crew was bad about talking to each other.
Don't call us doomed. It's the most Doomed Yuri I've ever seen.
I say we're actually really good about talking to each other, but unfortunately the talk revolves a lot about tots.
You say unfortunately, and I don't think you mean that.
No, I'm just saying more talking could be happen. That's not just tots.
From the oven in which we forge the tots, we will forge a team.
Hell yeah.
There it is.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, catch us tomorrow, catch us wherever.
JT, did you mention what's going on next Saturday, or did I miss it?
Oh, right. Oh my god, how could I forget about the big announcement? We have a new series debuting next Saturday. In place of Blooming in the Rot will be God Killer Desecration, run by Kian and played by JD. They have been fiending about this. I have been sitting on this for almost 6 months. But it's been very cool and fun to see, and they're gonna need a lot of love and support because it's so sick. In fact, the creator of God Killer is now aware of its existence. I can say for certain. So come support them. Show some love for God Killer, a phenomenal system. I hope to get to play someday. And I guess I'll talk about Star Shard too. I have a show coming up I'm just so excited about. It's got set design, it's got music, it's got art incoming. It is going to be my little baby child, and also Harp's little baby child, and also the other cast members who may or may not be sitting at this table, some of them. But there will be all sorts of parading and marching and trailering and that sort of thing to come as we enter pre-production. So please also come check that out when you get a chance. I'm done talking now. Let's throw right over to LFTA. They look like they're still going. For it's Never Embers tonight, right?
It is, yes, the heist game.
So go show them some love and let them know that Tater Tots will make them a better team.
It's true.
Please.
They might need some tots.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.